Welcome back to Flint Creek Transport. So, heading to the airport. So if you remember, about a year ago, I was out to see my brother in Idaho. I'm going out again to see him, this time with some of my other brothers. So if I get some truck shots or whatever, see what happens. I figured I'd bring my camera with just in case. Good morning. I am in beautiful Idaho. I tell you, this country is amazing up here. I say it every time. It's like just beautiful creation. But anyway, I was like, I gotta check out some of the trucks. So this is about, what is it, 6:30 in the morning. I just ran up to the, I don't even know what this place is called. I should know. It's like in the middle of Bonner's Ferry, just north of Bonner's Ferry. A little truck stop. So I'm just gonna buzz through, show you guys some of the trucks that are here. They got some cool rigs. Check it out. So if you remember, Western trailers are built here in Idaho. Right there's a Western trailer. And then over there's another Western. All right, and there's two more rigs up here. Can't forget about Swift. And this is a beauty. Save the best for last. Up here, they have a lot of these little coffee shops. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna grab me a coffee. Overall, if in the distance, you can see the wildfires. There's wildfires going on. You can see the spots where they're burning right in there. You can see the smoke. And we were talking to some guys last night at the hotel, and they were saying, you know, they're as long as I think it goes that way, away from the town, is their biggest thing is they want it to go away from the town. They don't want it to come this way. No, I don't want to get evacuated. Guys, I just got to walk out here and show you the beauty. I take a good look at a Kenworth first, but check this out. Pictures, video, does not do this justice. Sun's just starting to come up over there. You can see some of the haze, the sun shining on the mountains up at the peaks. Absolutely beautiful. There's mountains also behind us. Here comes a load of logs. I don't know what the exact weight they can haul, but I'm sure it's more than 80,000. It looks more than 80,000. Welcome back to New York. We had a fantastic trip, a lot of fun. It's always fun to see different areas. The scenery in Idaho was absolutely amazing. Flights were all good. Yeah, overall great time. And I was out of the shop for almost a week. So I'm excited to get back in and kind of just check everything out. Trevor's been doing a great job at keeping everything running, holding the fort down. So now I feel like I finally get a couple weeks in where I can just be around here. So maybe I'll even get some trucking in. Hopefully 144 will be getting done soon. But I do got some exciting news coming up. We are having an auction. That's right, just selling some excess material that we have, or excess stone, and then also some truck parts and things like that. So when we moved from our old shop to the new shop, we kind of went through a lot of our parts and just random stuff. So trying to go through all that stuff, we wanted to have an auction at some point. We just didn't know when. We kind of were putting away all the stuff in a storage trailer, and well, now it's time to hoe it out and have an auction. There's some wheel loaders we're selling, forklift, a flatbed, you know, some of that's some bigger items. We're selling a bunch of stone, and then these truck parts. But I'm gonna do a quick walk around. I'll show you some of the truck parts, some of the trucks that are here, and you know, what's coming up on auction. But I won't have a link yet. Hopefully in next week's video, I will have a link for you. You can check it out. So yeah, good luck bidding, guys. Let's go check out what we got going on here in the shop. First off, guys, they've been cleaning up around these fuel tanks, kind of prepping, getting everything ready for winter. And that is right there is our sweeper shed. Hopefully you drivers don't let me down here. Oh, look at this. They do a great job keeping it clean. So here's the sweeper shed, and got fuel treatment, some of the bare necessities up there. We also have another spot where we have that. And then, yeah, trash can. Pretty basic. This way the guys can clean out their trucks. You know, if you sort through the trash, you may even find a few golf clubs. Don't ask me why that's there. Apparently golfing and trucking, there's something in common. None of these trucks we're gonna be selling. We're still gonna be hanging on to these. So those are our two small delivery trucks. We don't use them very much over the winter. And you know, in reality, I should probably sell one of those trucks. But one is like a 34,000 GVW, has air brakes. It's definitely legal, a little more weight, can handle it. Whereas the other one's a 26,000. Non-CDL driver, CDL driver. Sometimes it's hard to get drivers, right? Just spare drivers, or just to run for a day. And that is when it's nice to have the smaller dump truck. And we don't have much invested in that truck anymore. We got our money's worth out of it. That's the wash trailer. That is the International. That has the Cat engine in, still there. And then those two trucks both have Detroits in. That are, one is redone, one is not. We just kind of use them as lot trucks. And here we got 139, getting ready to head out. So here we're kind of getting rid of some of our storage trailers. We're actually eventually going to be selling one of these storage trailers, but there's just a bunch of stuff we got to go through. Guys are doing a great job at that. I think there's some air cleaners, some mirror brackets. Over here there's some more parts, some random stuff that's been updated. Shelving, visor, pretty sure that came off the dump truck. I may be wrong, but I think that came off the old T800 dump truck. Looks like some crossbows. There's still a lot more truck parts. They're still getting it out. That one trailer is got a lot in there of truck parts. So next video, van trailers are sitting. It's time of the year, we don't use them a whole lot. That trailer is going to get sold. That van, that piggyback. Actually, that wrap's coming off that trailer. I got to get that done. Here we got a bunch more stuff. Hoods, some fiberglass hoods that can be fixed if you have the time. Just a lot of various things. Truck number 118 headed out. A good sign. There is not many trucks here. Black one is getting ready to head out. 146, 147, I think it is. 147, 120 sitting there. That's always challenging, guys. See the water coming off that trailer? Even with straps, water still will sit up in there, and you got to make sure that water comes off before you go too far, before you open that crank, because you'll get a good surprise if you don't. A couple Peterbilts sitting. Nobody wants to run those trucks, so must be they're all Kenworth fans. We got a dump truck here in the shop, and this is why I have Trevor do some of the updates for you in the shop, because I literally don't know what's going on. He gets the service records, he gets what needs to be done to the truck. More than likely, a lot of times this is a service. This has been, I say, since we bought this truck, it's been a great truck. I can see they're working on the light right there. Probably just little minor stuff. Had a few little codes, but nothing major. The other side is it doesn't get a lot of use either. Like, it's not like we're running it every day for 10 hours a day. This is 118. This truck was coming in for service when they were trying to get the water off. which is always a smart thing to do because usually they end up opening the tarp in a service. And yeah, you want to make sure that you have that water off before you open the tarp. So service, this trailer has been in the shop too long, and that is because of parts. This has the old SAF axles on. This was like one of the last trailers I got with SAF axles, and we had a lot of issues with cracking, and we also had, I think cracking was the biggest one. We also had a bearing, I think we had a wheel bearing go out on one of these already, but they ended up replacing a lot of the axles. I will say that about SAF, they did a great job. But since then, I think since about 2019, we switched all to Hendrickson suspension. So far they've been pretty much flawless. SAF was like, you know, the first, probably some of the first disc brake manufacturers around. They've been building them for a while. I say first here in the US in the heavy duty application, at least that's what it seemed like. It's just in our application, the way we were running them with a 10-foot spread, we just had issues, a lot of cracking going on. So, but like I say, thanks to Titan, they took full responsibility. Even though it wasn't their problem, they came down here, swapped them out, all that good stuff. So I think Trevor went over this with you guys. They're doing the hanger supports, brackets. They are redoing the seal in here. Get some corrosion going on in there. Here they're fixing a tire. Yeah, pretty quiet this morning. When I checked in this past week, there was really not that much going on, and I love to hear that when the trucks are running. That's always a good thing. To have a fleet of 30 some trucks and they're gone every day, I feel is pretty impressive for Trevor to get all that pre-maintenance done. Takes a lot of work. Oh, more auction stuff. Yes, we got some visors. We got a whole bunch of visors actually. So he's kind of sorting through these visors and getting them ready to go. Oh, and I do know that these will be on auction because these don't work in our application. They build heat. Heat tears things up. All of a sudden it's raining. Here's a quick look at what's going on auction. So this is some of the stone. And there's still a few more pallets, but it just gives you a quick idea. I'm back out at the new shop again. I just wanted to show you guys the stone up there, and then I get wrapped up in my office. A couple hours later, I'm back out here to wrap this up. This truck, I think what's going to happen, we were going to take the bunk off of. Got a little bit of work to do some of these trucks, make it a day cab. I'm guessing that's what we're going to do. It's still a solid truck. I think it's a 2002, obviously pre-emission, and these other two trucks are, you know, more so just local trucks. I do plan on updating some of our trucks. It's really tough to get new ones right now, and not only that, to find good used ones. I am looking at, or I'm trying to update one of the trucks right now. If you remember truck 130, that one is getting up there in miles, and I need a truck to replace it, and I'm having a tough time. Maybe you guys can help me out. What I'm looking for is a Kenworth glider, aero cab, day cab. I would consider like a really short bunk, like a 38-inch bunk, but I really would like a aero cab, day cab. And I found one, but it was like burgundy or cherry, like a dark cherry. I'd really like blue, white, black, gray, anything but red. Please, not red. If you guys know of anyone updating a truck or getting rid of a day cab Kenworth glider, that's really what I'm looking for. As far as the engine goes, prefer a Cat. I'm not opposed to some of the other engines, to a Detroit, but definitely prefer a Cat. And I don't want something that's been, you know, all kinds of tunes. I don't want a C16, I don't want a C13. 6NZ, 2WS. It does not need to be a pre-ELD truck, just simply a pre-emission truck. And so I'm looking for an aero cab, day cab glider, something that's half decent. And then I'm also looking for, in about 3 or 4 months, I'm going to be looking for another one. Kind of the same spec is what I would prefer. So if you guys know of anybody selling or can find a truck for me, you know, shoot me a message, shoot me an email. That's what I'm kind of looking for right now. Maybe you guys can help me out because there's not a lot out there. Maybe by this time I would have found one, but we'll see. I also want to tell you real quick, what I mean by a glider is a true glider. So something with that's in the VIN, GGG. I think there's actually 4 Gs, but I don't want anything that's been like an engine swap out. There's definitely some of those trucks out there, and that's not what I'm looking for. It technically isn't that legal to do it. We just have too many trucks, too much exposure to get in a truck like that unless it has gone through like a title. I know there's a few companies that will swap an engine out the right way, like put a salvage title on it essentially, but I don't want extra liability. That's not what I'm looking for. No more headaches. See what you can do, guys. If you find something, let me know. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.